And we're live. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most on this here live morning thoughts. We start out with our shout outs every morning. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Shout out to the people who work two jobs. Extra special big up shout out to you. You deserve the utmost respect, and you got mines. All right. Shout out to my Uber driver, Lyft drivers, truck drivers, especially those long distance truck drivers. Whoo! Shout out to you. Stay safe out there. Shout out to my retirees, my entrepreneurs. Shout out to everybody who is up and out and getting it. Happy hump day, because that's what it is, and your weekend is close by. If you are cleaning the streets, sweeping the sidewalks, or if you are in a highty-tighty job, as long as you are up and earning a living, you're not thieving from nobody, you're not scamming and conning anybody, and you don't have to be paranoid and looking over your shoulders because you're earning an honest bread. Shout out to you. If you have good intentions for other people, the same as you have for yourself, I have the utmost respect for you, man. Welcome to SouFLoTV again this morning, everybody. We are back with another episode of Morning Thoughts. Morning Thoughts, Morning Thoughts, Morning Thoughts. All right. So our two topics for this morning. One, we're going to talk a little bit about Cardi B. Everybody knows who Cardi B is at this point. If you don't and you're on this live, then ask somebody or Google it real quick. I refuse to believe you don't know who Cardi B is, though, in 2020. We're going to talk a little bit about Cardi B filing for divorce from her husband, Offset. And we are also going to talk about bitch, the word bitch. We're going to talk about the word bitch being used as something that's good, as in a woman referring to herself as a bitch, a confident bitch at that, right? Here goes the conversation. Let me start out with the whole Cardi B thing and get that out the way first. So, the superstar Cardi B has filed for a divorce from her husband, Offset, right? Cardi B is in her 20s. Offset is in his 20s. They are early to mid-20s people. They're young, pretty young. I saw this coming. I knew it was not going to last, but I don't want to be one of those people to jump in and say I knew it wasn't going to last, because it could very well be a publicity stunt as well. Even though I'm thinking it's real, right? Now, I thought it was a plan from the beginning. No surprises. I thought it was a plan from the beginning. I did not think that Cardi B and Offset got together out of love, out of wanting to have a future together and be together forever. I think this was just a publicity. I remember they had a project coming about a year back, or a year and a half, 2 years back after that. And, no, it's got to have been about 3 years, because they were not married yet, but they were in a very well publicized relationship. And I remember him pulling all kinds of antics. Cardi B and Offset breaks up. Cardi B is outperforming on a stage. This is when COVID wasn't keeping. Cardi B was outperforming on a stage, thousands of people in the audience, and Offset supposedly bum rushes the stage, gets past security and everything, and ends up on stage begging her to take him back. Big publicity stunt. Big publicity stunt. And of course, you have all the women that jumped on Cardi B's side. Don't take him back, girl. Once a liar, always a liar. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Move on. You can do better. All this other stuff. And then boom, they went back together. And not only that, they got married. Okay. Fast forward to now. Even back then, I knew that it was all a sham. Somebody in the industry put those two together, or they probably put themselves together and said, it's a wise business decision. When Cardi B came into the game, her husband, one of the members of the group, the very successful group, the Migos, he was already established in the game. Young, but already established. Already getting to the millions. Already working with multi-million-dollar contracts. Already had a net worth of in the millions before he even got with Cardi B. Cardi B was getting a fight. Cardi B was actually only seen as a thought. And for those of you who don't know what a thought is, go and look it up or ask somebody in the comment section. But she was largely seen as a thought. She was coming from the reality TV show world. She was trying to do her music. She was not seen as somebody that is talented. I think to this day, Cardi B has not written not one of her hits. They are all written by somebody else. And there's nothing wrong with that. There are a lot of people who sing songs that weren't written by them and they become big hits. For instance, Umbrella by Rihanna, which we are learning was actually first written for Britney Spears. And Britney Spears was going through issues at the time and couldn't get to the song. So they passed it to Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige said it did not fit her sound. It did not. I can't imagine Mary J. Blige singing that Umbrella song. It really did fit Rihanna. But Mary J. Blige was the next person in line that got the song. And she turned it down. She said she was doing a lot of things. She was selected for or nominated for, I think, 8 Grammys that year. So she was preparing for this big event that was coming up. And she didn't have time to deal with the song. Plus, she didn't think that it fits her sound, her style. So she passed the song up. I think she even mentioned that she suggested that they pass the song to Rihanna. See, that's the third person that song is being passed to. Umbrella is probably one of, if not Rihanna's biggest hit. No doubt it is the song that put Rihanna on the map. Then came Pon the Replay after. Come, Mr. DJ, go Pon the Replay. Something, something, something. Turn the music up. Yeah, that was her other one. Following Umbrella. Being biggest hits. Anyways, she never wrote any of those songs. Other people wrote the songs. She sang them. They became ginormous. Point is, Cardi B is not a songwriter. She wasn't seen as a good talent. She was seen as someone they were forcing into the game. So she had to come with extra sexiness and extra raunchiness, and she had to come with the I don't care attitude. Basically bring the personality from those ratchet shows like hip hop, Love and Hip Hop or Atlanta Housewives. And she brought that to the game of music. But they were figuring out how to market her. Offset already had a set audience. And if she aligned herself with somebody like Offset, then more than likely she could get in the gate. And that is what happened, right? Now, they've been together. She's filing for a divorce. She says she's filing for a divorce, allegedly, because she's tired of the cheating rumors. Cheating rumors. I think to myself, if my grandmother ever got tired of the cheating rumors from my grandfather, they would not be together today. And God bless them both. They're still together today. They're in their 90s now. And they are still together today. And they've been through hell and high water. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't think a 20-year-old or 20-something-year-old, young 20s, is really ready for forever kind of a relationship. You know, when you're in your 20s and you hear forever, or you say forever, oh, I love you so much, I'm going to be with you forever. It's too early in life to call forever. A part of you still wants what's out there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't see a 20-something-year-old locking themselves in, although people have done it, but in different eras. Right now, it seems like anybody get married in their 20s, it's probably not going to last. I don't think they're mature mentally enough to understand what forever means. I don't think they're even mature enough to understand what the words of a marriage vow means in sickness and in health. I saw a lot of 20-year-olds get married, man. 2021. This is in military life. I saw a lot of them get married. I also saw a lot of guys come back from war, from combat, and they came back missing a limb. Somebody came back missing a leg. His 20-something-year-old wife stayed around for about 2 more weeks after he came home and then dashed. He's not the only one. I've seen people come back with other issues and all their little 20-something wives. Matter of fact, they couldn't even hold the deployment down. 6 months into the deployment, we start rotating people to go home, see their families in small groups and come back, right? You get a 2-week break on a 1-year deployment. And we would come home. I would come home and I would decide, oh man, I'm out the combat zone, but I got to go back in 2 weeks. So, you know, I'm edgy and I'm trying to relax now because I'm around family, but I know what I have to go back to. I know what I left and my free paper burn up in 2 weeks. So I would go out. I go to the bars and I see new faces and I see young soldiers' wives in the bars. And she's out partying like there's no tomorrow. She's getting drunk. Everybody can hold her and dance her and wind up on her and kiss her and even take her home or take her outside in the parking lot and do it in the car. You don't have to even reach home. And a lot of that news came back downrange is what we call it. So you can imagine being on the battlefield. You're in the middle of combat and soldiers that just came from home. You haven't gotten your chance to go home yet. Soldiers that just came from home came back to tell you, hey, Matt, I seen your wife, man. I mean, I seen her at the club, bro, downtown at Tabasco. I mean, she was gone. And you have to deal with that. Plus the fact that you are stuck in a combat zone. You might not make it out of this combat zone. You're seeing others of your kind die in it. So it's a sure thought that you might make it out. Majority of them were in their 20s. And I watched the older couples, like the older sergeants who were seasoned, the master sergeants, the first sergeants, and these sergeant first classes. I watched them, and they have been through that stuff before. And majority of them were married now. They were more mature-minded, and they understood wedding vows. And their wives did too. So they were the wives who were like running the FRG groups. That's the family readiness group where they bring all the wives together for the husbands that are deployed. And your wife has a support system. So soldiers don't just go off on deployment in the US and their spouse is left hanging. She has a support system built around her. She has a lot of people she can call. Girl, I'm just feeling so depressed. Hey, come on over. Or I'm coming over. You okay? You got the kids? I'll bring my kids. We'll make it a play date. Let's go out to dinner. They have a support system. It's usually the older wives. And when I say older, I'm talking about 35, 45, 55 than the young 25s that were just falling apart. I don't think at 20, 21, 22, I don't think at that young 20s age, you fully understand in sickness and in health. Till death do us part. I don't think they understand going through the good and the bad. I don't think they understand what forever really entails. At 20-something years, we are having a whole lot of fun now. Usually it's attached to the sex is good, the company is good, the fun is good. We go here, we do this, we have fun, we laugh a lot. You're crazy and you match my crazy. I'm going to be with you forever. Let's get married. And then comes the sickness. They're like, damn, I ain't signed up for this. I mean, I was down for the health part, but shit, sickness came. Then comes being broke or financial troubles or the better or for worse. And they get hit with the worst and they're out the door or already looking to book. Matter of fact, the first set of problems that come along, they have a bag already packed just in case. That's just how it goes in that age group. They're not ready. Now, there are people out there who have gotten married in their 20s and they're in their 70s and 80s today, and one spouse might have passed away already, or they're still together and alive. It happens, but majority of the divorces that you see happening happen because people get married in their 20s, early 20s, when they are not fully ready. So Cardi B says she wants a divorce, and it's because of she's tired of the rumors, the cheating rumors. Now imagine leaving because it's rumors and you're tired of rumors. You're both public figures. There's always going to be rumors. Imagine if her husband said he's tired of the rumors. I guess she has a pass because she can say, well, that was all before you. I used to bust it wide open in the club. So many guys I've seen, way up under me. They've even stuffed money in there. I've gone home with guys. She sing about it. She talk about it. I've gone home with guys who I thought were ballers, 6-figure niggas. That's what they talked about it. I was out here selling the WAP. And for you all who don't know what the WAP means, somebody here knows. Please explain to them what the WAP means. Okay? She was out here selling the WAP. But that was before you, honey. But you're cheating with me now. Here. I can't take it. And even though I haven't caught you yet, I can't take the rumors. So I want a divorce. That's a cop-out. She's also asking, she says she doesn't want any child support money from him. And of course, because she's worth millions now herself. But she never did that within the first early parts of the relationship because she wasn't worth nothing much. And she was trying to establish herself. I kind of feel like she probably used him as a stepping stone to get into the game, to get to the money, to get to the big contracts, to become who she is. Boy, life is not fair because they say use whatever measures and opportunities you have to get to accomplish, but some people have limits. Anyhow, she doesn't want no child support from him, and she wants full custody of their little daughter. Full custody. First of all, right? This sounds just like what a 20-something-year-old who is mad, upset, wants. Now the child is going to get hurt. I want full custody, and the child becomes a slinky. One person pulling one end, one person pulling the other end. I think the first thing should be asked for is joint custody. Unless he's doing something to his daughter that you're fearful for, then you can file for supervised visits, right? But to say I want full custody and I don't want no child support from, that sounds like a mad 20-something-year-old. So I'm just throwing that out there this morning because that's the trending news right now. I start this program at 6 a.m. in the morning. I am up from 4 or 5. Not only am I thinking about what to say this morning, as in I want it to be fresh off the mind. I don't want it to be something planned from yesterday, going off natural vibrations, but at the same time, I'm looking up to see what's trending news today. What's everybody paying attention to? And they're paying attention to Cardi B filing for divorce, and she is the one that filed for the divorce. Filing for divorce from her husband of 3 years. 3 years. That's it. That's all it takes. 3 years. It took her 3 years to establish herself. It took her 3 years to secure that bag for herself. And now that she has done so, it's time to go. Time to go. Remember when Cardi B first came out, she wasn't really accepted among black females. As a matter of fact, had a big thing against her because of certain things that she had said. But I think that what she had said was kind of taken out of context. However, it was used against her, so they weren't very accepting of her. So in order for them to accept her, she had to go get a black man. And she got one of the young black men who that genre and that generation highly adores, right? So that was a smart move. This is why I said this was a business move. This wasn't no love thing. But that's where it's at for Cardi B and Offset. I just don't think in your 20s you're ready for forever. Not all 20s years, but majority of. Think about back to when you were 20, 22, 3, 4, and 5. Think about that. Especially for those of you who are like in your 50s now and you're tuning in, or you're in your 40s even in your 30s. Think about you being in your early 20s. Look back at that person now and think and say to yourself, what do you think it was? Were you ready for forever then? So here they are. This could very well be another publicity stunt, though. That's why I'm just using it as an example. But I really think it was a fake marriage from the beginning. However, a child came out of this fake marriage to make it look extremely real. They do that too. They do that too. The entertainment industry is very weird. Very weird. And they pretty much goes for the people who are willing to go for what will sell. That means at some point you're going to have to compromise your integrity and go for what your team says is going to move these units, sell these records, and book these shows. Because it's a business and we're in it to make money, right? Nobody goes into business to lose all the money they invested in it. They go into business so they could flip that money and turn it into bigger money. So I definitely think this was a fake marriage. I think it has ran its course. And she could have given a better excuse to file for divorce other than, I'm just tired of the cheating rumors. And you know what? I'm not even mad at you. I want nothing from you. I don't want no child support, no nothing. I just want out. For cheating rumors? Frivolous. And like I said, if my grandparents or these elderly couples or older couples, some of you on this right now have been married for quite some time. And if you think back and you think right now, imagine if you had left because of rumors. Your relationship probably would have ended a long time ago. All right, so some people are saying my parents married from them at 18 and still married to this day. Yeah, those things happen. I bet they weren't married from 18 and lived in the US to this day. They was married and lived in some other Caribbean island or something from they were 18. They probably migrated to the US later. But ain't nobody marrying at 18 in the US and staying together. It happens. See, I'm trying to be politically correct because every time I make a statement, there's someone that's jumping on it to say, you can't speak for everybody. So I have to keep on reiterating, it happens. But it's not for the majority. The majority of 18-year-olds that get married at 18, 19, 20, 21, if you check them 20 years from now, majority of them will not be married, at least not to the same person, right? So I think that's what that is. He's 29 and she's 52. I don't know where that to go. Who they're talking about? Are y'all talking about Madonna? That not gonna work. But all her songs though, nah. Man, you have to write at least one. Yeah, true. But actually you don't. In the entertainment industry, you don't have to write anything. You can, as long as they bring the song to you and they say, this is the melody, I want you to flip it and put your stamp on it. Say it how you would say it. You know what I'm saying? You from the hood. Half of the time, the person that's writing the song is not even from the environment that song is portraying. So it's like writing a movie script and you're writing about, he walks into the bar. He pulls both guns. Let's make it both because that's more exciting. He pulls both guns off his hips. He starts firing, holding both guns straight ahead. And then now I'm the actor that has to bring that out. Now they know my background, right? So they're like, I want you to act like this was in a combat zone and you were in a raid. And I want you to hit that door with that much force when you do this part. That's how songs are. People write songs and then performers perform them, put a stamp on it. And so she don't have to write her songs. She made millions for her and other people. And that's how the business goes. She would have more respect as a songwriter if she wrote her own songs. But her generation don't care about if you wrote the song or not. They really don't care. They don't even care what the words in the song are, really. As long as they catch the hook and the beat is good, it's a win. They don't even listen to the words of the song. Now, all her songs, ghostwriters, that can't work. Not even Bodak Yellow she wrote. Facts. She didn't write Bodak Yellow. And that's her biggest song. That's the song that put her on the map. You have to decide who you are and force the world to deal with you, not with its idea of you. Very true. Very true. We worry to get home and then worry to get back. Crazy. Can't help it. Me and Ziggy, higher than heaven top. All right. He's 29, she's 52. Who are you talking about? Do you notice that it seems like women always pull the trigger on divorce, and it's the same notebook they usually push marriage? That's like their control button, really. If you think about it, a woman, right? Oh, let me say it. I'm going to talk about, I have another topic, but let's finish out this topic. So usually a woman decides if the relationship goes forward or not. So man out the road, he sees woman, he's like, damn, she fine as ever. I wish I would want her. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to her. And he starts to pursue. It is up to the woman, because if she doesn't say yes, I like you, let's go on a date, exchange numbers, eye contact, inviting you over to say more. If she doesn't initiate all these things and give it a go, then that relationship won't happen. So that the beginning of a relationship, a woman is in control. Now you've wined her and dined her and 69'd her if you do those and all kind of something going. And you and you decided now say, okay, now her feelings are in, because women are emotional creatures. And a lot of women are also like, so now she wants marriage. You've shown her that you're the type of person, and here we go again. You're young also. Oh, I love you so much. This is heaven. I want to be in heaven. I want to be with you forever, for life. Come on, babe, let's get married. Then they start giving you ultimatum. They start playing Beyonce's, well, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Because you have to put a ring on it quick, and she letting you know that somebody else might want it. So you have to take it off the shelf before somebody else does. The pressure is on now, right? Got to do this marriage thing. Lock me down, baby. Lock me down. So she's in control all the way up from the start of the relationship to where now it's time to decide. Well, here's where the man has control. I like you and all, or I love you, but I don't think you the type of person I want to marry and stay married to for life. So I'm going to do everything else with you and have fun for as long as I can. And if she is serious and put her foot down and it's like, listen, I'm leaving. You have till January of 2022 to set that date and make it final. Make it happen before then. Now it's pressure. So she has until that point. When it gets to that point, so a woman chooses who she wants to be with. A man chooses if there's a wedding or not, who he marries. Real talk. In the relationship, usually, it turns out being the woman who has the gun and she pulls the trigger. I don't want this relationship anymore. I'm not happy for whatever reason. It's not you, it's me, or it's all you. It's never me. You know them thing already. So here comes the divorce. Matter of fact, I want a divorce, John. I want a divorce, and I'm taking my kids. All along it was our children. I'm taking my kids. I want a divorce. She calls that shot. And once she calls that shot, you have no choice but to ride that shot out for whatever reason she gives. It's rumors that you were cheating, or it's actual facts that you were cheating because you got caught. Whatever the case may be. Again, she's in control. So our control window is very small, okay? And I don't know, we don't even exercise it rightly. We just go right along with the thing because everything feels good. Turn the lights back on. Man, we're already at halfway point. Everything feels good. So, I'm going to marry you, babe. I'm going to stay with you forever. Never mind the fact that she is not the type to stay with forever, as in, but you find out down the road kind of thing. Anyhow, let's talk about my lights or my signal to change topic because the first half of the show has gone already. Now I'm going to read about 5 comments and we're moving on to the second half of the show where we will talk about the word bitch. Man, if I started this show every morning and I said, morning bitches, a lot of people would be offended. And for those of you who think it's a derogatory term or whatever, then don't be offended. I'm having a conversation about surrounding the word. And this one is going to cut pretty deep. Okay, so I want you to stick around for this. So let me start it out by saying the WAP. Somebody says the WAP got him. It got him, but it never kept him. Not always so flow. Girl kidnap off road of UK already and locked me up for a couple of days and a beer. Okay. Yes, sir. Leg of me hand, girl. You know, get the ring. Facto. Teach black woman that. Gandhi. I don't know what kind of conversation is going on. I could be married at least 4 times already, but I saw fire, so I decided not to. Okay. Who's really surprised? I'm not really surprised. Look like the WAP couldn't hold him. Well, that's true. A lot of them are convinced that the WAP will get him and keep him, and it can't. Even in her song, she says, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I got that ring or something. Okay, let's see how long. And then 2 weeks later, not even 2 weeks later, it wasn't WAP. So WAP dropped like 2-3 weeks ago. I don't cook, I don't clean, but see, I got that ring, or bet I got that ring. So she a she don't cook, she don't clean, she don't do nothing, but she get the ring. And the song is WAP. Of course, we understand that it's just a song, but comedically speaking, it doesn't hold, and realistically speaking though, it doesn't hold nobody. It can get you. It more than likely won't keep him. You're going to have, especially if he is somebody that's about something, you're going to have to bring way more to the table than a WAP. Okay? There are plenty of WAPs out there. You're going to have to bring more to the table than a WAP when you're thinking longevity. Now, if you want to go fling out your WAP, then that's on you. Go fling out your WAP and enjoy yourself. It's your WAP. False advertising. Yeah, well, I'm not even going to go there this morning. All right, so let's move on to the word bitch now. So I had a conversation with a sister yesterday, right? And she said she's a bitch. She's a confident bitch. And I thought to myself, no, this is just me thinking, being conscious me. I started thinking like being back in Jamaica, how I was raised, I grew up around dog, and we had dogs, and the dog them was classed and classified a certain kind of way, right? You had the slut dog, and the slut dog, SLUT. Matter of fact, they have a slut walk, okay? So this is to show you that this psyche of having them align themselves in meaning with a female dog is something that they're pushing, and it's an agenda that has caught on very well. I even read a comment on my IG because I put this message up yesterday. I read a comment on my IG where one woman said, well, we were just discussing this in my psychology class. I don't know why people think because they go to college that they are extra smart. Like babe, me I come with the facts, man. Me not talk about, I think, let me see. Make sure you come with the facts. Whatever. I'm just talking about the word bitch, and any female that uses the word bitch in reference to herself, period. Okay? This is where we're at with it. Any female that uses the word bitch in reference to herself makes me think of what kind of a mind state to compare yourself to a female dog. Now, they have gone and made it into where this is where you're supposed to be confident. So they'll tell you that Nah, I'm a bitch. I'm a confident bitch. As in, this is supposed to resonate confidence. This is supposed to make you feel confident or to make people understand that you're confident. Well, if you're so confident, why refer to yourself as something that is thought of as so low? I'm talking about how they trick our people psychologically by putting these terms out there for us to associate ourselves with, thinking that this is something uplifting. You know what I'm saying? So, a bitch, a female dog that's a slut, which is a bitch. Remember, you know, this is no cursing. This is textbook, dictionary book meaning we're rolling off of, right? So now we have young females walking around. She doesn't only refer to herself as a bitch. If you see these females going out, she'll talk about, yeah, tonight it's me and my bitches. So it's a pack of bitches. That I'm trying to understand how we took it and thought that it was okay to use it on ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Me and my bitches rolling out tonight. Tonight is girls' night out. My bitches gonna tear this shit up. Or me and my bitches was shining. Yo, hey, you should have seen us. Does it sound right? Or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm watching this professor speak, and he said that he did all the radio checks and whatever, and we are the only people who they allow, because corporate will not allow white singers or singers of other ethnicities to put up derogatory. They won't post it on mainstream media. So when we look around us and we say, okay, I don't hear any white singers referring to themselves in these derogatory terms and trying to pretend as if it's something big, and I'm overconfident. So an overconfident woman in your young black mind is a bitch. And you must be associated with a dog, a female dog. And then if you think of a slut dog, like when they have the slut walk, slut, dog, female, slut, and they have a slut walk. So in other words, I think of a slut dog and I think of the dog that used to go wild through the neighborhood. The female dog, Miss Mara, them dog, bulldog, jump on it, them fasten. We have to fling rock stone after them because one going this way, one going that way, and you know, dog fasten, so them fasten. And then next time you see our Moss Joe dog, big blackberry dog on it, and them fasten. And next time you see our, that, do you understand where I'm going with this? So it puts into the mind more than confidence. If you understand where the word is coming from, it actually puts the whole picture in front of you. And then if you look at the females that refer to themselves as this type, you will say, well, they are living that life. Because 1 minute them fasting with Ken, next minute them fasting with John, next minute they're fasting with Joe. And it's like on to the next one. And that's exactly how, because dogs function at a lower level than humans, of course, right? Even though we might argue that they are intelligent animals, but they function at a lower level. When my wife and I said we took it and made it what we want, here we no complain when y'all using it songs. Yeah, babe. Yeah. But the truth is, the women are the ones that give it gas. You give it power. For instance, when I was coming up, right, and Queen Latifah came on. I don't know if you heard the song by Queen Latifah, UNITY, that's a unity. And in some part in that song, she goes, who you calling a bitch? And then she starts to describe lyrically what a queen is. That genre of hip hop, that place where hip hop was, when it was conscious, they flipped it on us. They took that from us and gave us, we were kings and queens for facts. You can just search the music. And I'm talking about the music because I started out talking about two people that are very big in the music, and that is Cardi B and her husband, Offset, right? From the Migos. So now we're talking about the power of the music again. And we're talking about how they took the conscious music. We were kings. We were queens. Go back and look. Early hip hop coming right down was about wearing anything that we wore had to be designed by a black designer. So we were buying black. We were supporting black. We were keeping it black. You know what I'm saying? We refer to each other as gods. You got the 5%ers, you got the gods on earth. We refer to each other as gods. And then we refer to each other as kings. And we refer to our women as queens, princesses, and our young men as princes. That was a real error that lasted quite some time in hip hop, but they saw the power of it. So now anybody in black music who puts that type of stuff into the music, oh, we're kings and we're queens and we're whatever, they're seen as, oh, you're so corny. That's not what I want to hear. That's not what I want to hear. It doesn't resonate to call yourself a king or a queen anymore. It's me and my bitches. And I'm saying, for a woman to refer to herself as a bitch, to own it, if they put it in songs, that's their business. But when you own it in your everyday life, that's something else. If I'm in the club and a gun song come on, we murder people in a broad daylight, I might be one of the people up there going, bum, 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 bum. Wheel it up and come again. I might be. I won't be a hypocrite. Me under my liquor. Probably burn a big spliff. I'm in the party feeling the vibes. The artists they're playing in one and the next one and the next one. The players shell, you're in the moment. I don't take that same feeling outside the club and talk about, oh, me, murder people in a broad daylight. Man, a killer. And I don't own it. It was left right there, right? It was left right there. So you understand the concept that I'm saying? It's a song. People make their song. The song sound good. The beat sound good. Okay. Understand the context of where it's at and leave it there. We are a set of people that, and this is one of our biggest downfalls. Don't you know? Don't you realize it? These people go from young and poverty to young and wealthy to young and prison. That was by design. And the music is the train line that's helping to bring it. So here you are calling yourself all kinds of derogatory names to include a bitch, and you're owning it. And subtract the word bitch and say this: I'm a confident female dog. Subtract the word bitch and say that, because that's what it means. Just like how you could put one word in place of another word. Just look at it from a conscious mindset. Well, you can't ask people that are not conscious on any level to look at something from a conscious mindset. It's not going to happen, right? It's just like somebody said yesterday, I didn't even watch the video to hear all these details, but I suggest that you SouFLoTV, go look up the story. And I replied and I said, watch levels to reasoning. I said, so you're expecting people to go and look up the story properly, according to you, according to somebody that self-admitted to not paying attention long enough to hear everything about the story. Because that was the comment. I didn't even watch. That's the comment. The comment said I did not even watch long enough to hear all of this stuff that you're saying. But I suggest you, SouFLoTV, go look up the story. Or she said go review the story or revise the story better or something. And I'm thinking, you didn't pay enough attention to even get the whole story. So who are you to tell me to go look up the story? I looked up the story. I dug deeper than what was given to find extra. You haven't looked into the story. But my opinion, based on what I have researched, is not valid to you because of your feelings. Let's not go off feelings. Let's go off facts. Okay? Let's go off facts. All right, so somebody said the N-word is one of the main reason why I really don't listen to rap music, because I get tired of hearing it over and over. Okay, so stop debating and arguing facts. All right, so check it. The N-word. Let me see if I have pen and paper. So the N-word, I've debated this with people before. See, there are two N-words. So the word negra or negra is Latin, right? Negra sounds like negro or negro, which, you know, as black people, they call niggers, negroes. So negra, the root of the word, a Latin word, negra, black. Negro was formed off of negra, and it applies to black people. The original word negra means black, right? All right. Now we broke it down to, they have N-I-G-G-E-R, which is in the dictionary, by the way, and it means an ignorant individual, which could be applied to all races across the board. The insult is when they try to apply it to black people only, right? It could literally be applied to anybody across the board. So in a regular conversation, if I want to say that Kim Fong Chong is an ignorant individual, I could possibly say Kim Fong Chong is a ninja. N-I-G-G-E-R, right? And I would be right. It's exactly so in the dictionary. Now, nigga, N-I-G-G-A, is, and this is how we were infiltrated again, even within our language. N-I-G-G-A. I know I'm writing probably small, so I probably can't see it, plus it's dark in here. N-I-G-G-A is an acronym. It's N.I.G.G.A. It's not negra. It's not negro. It's not nigger. It's nigga. I just gave you 4 different words, all sounding the same. It's just like saying hair, as in come over here, or saying hair. Which hair y'all talk about? Well, the hair on my head, right? It's just like saying there or there, or there. So it sounds alike, but it has a different meaning. The N-I-G-G-A was started as in to say never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. And that was our attempt to put a positive spin on this word that they were trying to pin on us as N-I-G-G-E-R. So we came with N-I-G-G-A, right? And we said never ignorant, because the word N-I-G-G-E-R means ignorant individual. So we came back and we said N-I-G-G-A, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. But we came back with something, again, that everybody could use. And because we don't allow everybody to use it, I mean, you've seen it. I've heard white people use it and it's cool and nobody do nothing. But I've seen a lot of fights happen when the wrong person uses it. And it's because of the N-I-G-G-E-R word, and it is too close to it. Am I going to let people tell me not to use N-I-G-G-A? No, because I know what it means. I know what I'm saying. I know I'm not saying the word N-I-G-G-E-R, and I would never refer to myself as a N-I-G-G-E-R, but I will refer to myself as a N-I-G-G-A if it means never ignorant, getting goals accomplished, because that's what I do. That's me. That's who I am, right? Or that's who I aspire to be. That's who I'm working on being. So that's where the riff comes in. And because they are not able to take that word from us, they must demonize that word so we don't use it. So they'll tell you stuff like, nah, I don't like it anyways because it's just too close to N-I-G-G-E-R. Well, there are a lot of words that are too close to each other. You still use them. They're too close to each other and they mean something totally different, but you still use them. Okay, so why try to take this away from us? And that's just what it is. Now, as far as your opinion on that, let me see a little bit. Somebody said, I'm so happy I got back your show. I was looking on YouTube and you gave the time and I was searching, but I saw your show is 6. Thank you for your information of the time. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you for tuning in, Elaine Forrest. Thank you for being here. Somebody said Naga, please. Okay. We don't need the N-word in our vocabulary. It's dead. The N-word will never die. That's the thing. The N-word will never die. And it doesn't mean death. It means black. In its original form, it means black, which is in where it was derived from in Latin terms, black. And black is never dead. Now, some people are going to say, this is disrespectful because some people are going to say, oh, foot catch gangrene. It turned black. Don't. And once it turned black, it's supposed to cut off. So that blackness is death and all this. Well, a child born black grows up to achieve great things. He was born black. We can't say we don't want him in our race because or in our existence because he's born black or she's born black. Black ain't going nowhere. Black is always going to be here. The origination or the origin of the word black is negra. From it was derived negro. You have to reason with intelligence, no man. A lot of people reason with emotions and it leads to arguments. So some black guys told me I don't sound good using the word. Well, negos warriors. There you go. There you go. I hope that didn't disrupt my live. It usually does. All right. I thank God every day for my life. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Put the Almighty Creator first in all things and work your behind off and the rest will fall into place. Be loyal, be true, be respectful of others and yourself and the rest will fall into place. That's just my motto. I don't preach to nobody. You can live how you want to live. Anyhow, let me see what Brent said. When men use it to disrespect us, it's okay. But if we spin it and use it in our own context, it's wrong. Well, the thing about it is this, though. What positive way is there? I'm guessing you're talking about the word bitch still. What positive way is there to spin associating yourself with the word bitch? So if men use it to disrespect you, it's understood now that that's a disrespectful term, period, right? Whether a man or a woman calling the next woman it in an argument or whatever, it's a disrespectful term. I would never look at my mom and call her a bitch. So why would I use it on any other woman? And then why would I expect a woman to use it on herself? But like I said before, if men use it to disrespect you, and then you reinforce that by using it yourself, and you use it interchangeably, because women use it to curse other females, and then they use it to empower themselves, as they say. I'm just trying to figure out as a man, where is the empowerment in aligning yourself with being called, being described as, being looked at as a bitch? The first thing that comes to mind when anybody hears bitch, it's not somebody that's empowered. It's not, that's what they're trying to make you think it is. It's not someone that's empowered. It's not someone that's educated. It's not someone that's of a mature mindset. Somebody help me out, please. What's the positive in aligning yourself with being associated with a female dog, as in you being described as a female dog? Where's the positive in that? You don't even respect the dog enough to eat dog meat. You respect cow, because you eat beef. You respect chicken, because you yum chicken all the time. You respect the fishes. Oh, pretty fishes in the water. You put them in a tank. Or you got your fish tank at home. To them, it's steamed fish on okra. You respect the fish. Subconsciously, without even realizing it. Respect them enough to even put them in your body. Consume them. And you will tell people that this is good protein. It's going to help me to build my muscles and stay strong. It's sustenance for strength, because that's what your food is, right? So whether you want to say you respect it or not, you do. You respect these animals. But when it comes to a dog, man, I ain't no dog. You can't cook no dog. Oh, they're eating dog. Oh my God. So how come you can align yourself to being called a bitch, a dog, a female dog, thinking it's something powerful? You don't even respect that animal. So where is the respect in it for yourself? That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to understand a generation in front of me, a generation that I'm living with in this time now in life. I am existing now in this world. They are here. This is how they speak, right? And I'm trying to bridge the gap. So those of us who are before that, or those of us who don't do it, can understand how. If I'm calling a female a bitch, I'm calling her a bitch out of disrespect. I'm not calling her a bitch out of affection. All right, Brain says she's going to make her own video with the facts or whatever. So stay tuned for that video and go check out her video when she makes it. Matter of fact, we used to do this a while back where we would do the same topics, but from different angles. So me and her don't agree on everything. Obviously, we're individuals with our own individual thought process. Yes. So it'll be interesting to hear or see hers. So let's go do your video, and everybody, please go watch her video and compare that reasoning to what was done here today. And then we'll see. Those are usually fun. Matter of fact, people used to ask for that. They used to say, please do the same thing again, where you guys do the same topic, but she has a different view, so she does a different video. And people would watch mine, and then the link would be there to hers, and they would go watch hers. Anyhow, I don't see it. I don't see the positive in you calling yourself a bitch, in me calling you a bitch, in a man calling woman a bitch, in a woman calling woman a bitch. I just don't see the sense in it. And in comparison to nigger, negro, negra, nigga, it's two different things. N-I-G-G-A-N dot I dot G dot G dot A. It's a totally different thing. A totally different thing. The meaning of that is empowering, right? So I would rather align myself with that, but that's the thing there. It'll be interesting to see. Brains, may I wait for your video, you know? Because I will be there in the comment section as well. Somebody said, I never call another Nubian an N-word. Only dumb self-haters use it. So the word negra is for dumb self-haters? Is it? The word negra, speaking Latin, is for dumb self-haters? All of them are means by which they get us to degrade ourselves. Well, if you think that never ignorant, getting goals accomplished is... See, when you ask me, SouFlo, why would you call yourself that? And I tell you what it means, you can't just act like what I said it means doesn't exist. You want to put a negative meaning to it. But I'm telling you what it means. You understand? Now, if I should ask you why you call yourself a bitch, Because N stands for never, I stands for ignorant, G stands for getting, other G stands for goals, and other G stands for accomplished. BITCH stands for what? It only brings one thing to mind when you say it. It's not an acronym, synonym. It's not a breakdown of a larger meaning. Is a bitch, is a female dog. We'll leave it right there. And the lights go out on cue. Manners and respect, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll catch you tomorrow morning on another episode of Morning Thoughts. In the meantime, be on the lookout for Brain's own video and make sure you hear her articulate and explain in her video. I will be there, and I'll see you in the comment section over there. I'm out. Have a good day. Be good to yourself. Be good to others around you. And find a reason to laugh today. Life is short. None of us will make it out alive. All right? Enjoy yourself while you're in it. Up, up, up. And that means wake up, wise up, and rise up. I'm out. Peace.